Yo, we just changed the game with this one. Introducing AG number 2, the newest groundbreaking artificial intelligence software in the game. We got things like AI text generator, AI image generator, AI code generator, AI chat box, AI text to speech, and voiceover capabilities. Yes, it does coding. Yes, it does images. It literally does everything. Make sure you click the link at the top line of the description box. If you're a content creator, if you're an artist, if you're just a regular person that want to take your life to the next level, trust me, click that link at the top line of the description box. We're going to talk about something, man, that, we have personally covered. We personally interviewed Dame Dash, and we personally been following this whole saga and witnessed a lot of this whole Roc-A-Fella, Dame Dash, Jay-Z saga. Well, yesterday a clip came out of Steve Stoute on Club Shay Shay, and Shannon Sharpe asked him about the split between Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Here's what Steve had to say. Let's play it, and then we'll have our...
He's a gigantic, almost not. He blew it. He had Jay-Z. He had the most important artist of his generation.
So what happened with that relationship? How did that relationship that was so good sour so fast?
Dame's antics were just, it became like people also over time, you mature. Right. It's like you didn't have friends at 16, but by the time you turned 19, they were still doing the same shit that you was 16, and you're like, I can't. Like, yeah, we gotta, you start spending less and less time with them because of it. It's like one of those things where Dame wouldn't change. The way he spoke to people, the way he treated people. He was angry.
About what? Bro, you getting paper.
He was angry because he had a strong perspective about his business philosophy. And if any time a partner of theirs tried to go around him or, meanwhile, people weren't going around him. The people around him wanted to meet with other people.
Right.
People were becoming less beholden to him, but he was unaware of it. Then he would while he was building businesses, which partly he would go off all around the world with cameras and girls and all kinds of crazy shit, and then come back flipping out on everybody as if,
they were wrong.
Yeah. Or why'd you guys do all this shit without me? Bro, you didn't build a business that was so operationally tight that you could just go away and come back and shit be the same and all that shit. It wasn't even like that. Jay grew up. Jay wanted more. I think Jay seen Dame's ceiling. I think that's really what it was. Jay seen Dame's ceiling.
You can't fault a man for wanting to get better.
Yeah, he wanted more. And everybody wanted more. Dame just had a very particular way of approaching it. He's far from stupid.
Right.
Very smart.
Right.
Very talented. Ego through the roof. So there was no working with him.
Right.
No one wanted to work with him. There was no work. Yeah, as much talent as he has, nobody wanted to work with him.
People got to want to work with him.
Jimmy Iovine had this line, when the shit gets bigger than the cat, you got to get rid of the cat.
Right.
But he said a lot, man. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick it off.
Steve Stoute. All right, so obviously Steve Stoute and Dame Dash's relationship is not the best, right? They've had their physical altercation, they've had their issues, and various things like that. So one could argue, and I'm not saying I am, but one could argue this argument of what he's saying is slanted. It's only one side, right? We've been talking about this for a very long time. Jay-Z, Dame Dash, who's right, who's wrong, blah, blah, blah. So let's separate the two and take them on their different paths of journeys. And we've seen the relationships and things that Jay-Z has had outside of Dame Dash. Let's talk about Dame Dash's relationship outside of Jay-Z. And there's not a lot that can come out that's very positive. Now, I'm not talking about people that Jane put on, because he put on a lot of people.
Right.
He had a lot of people put the wealth and gain the wealth that they're at today, but unfortunately he couldn't do it for himself, and you have to ask why. And I think it comes about relationships and communication. And when you look at people that have done business with him on that level, not a lot of people come out with a good taste in their mouth. You talk about Irv Gotti, you talk about Kevin Hart, you talk about What's the dude's name? The director. It's not ringing a bell right now. He done all them black movies.
Yeah, but he's talking about Kenyatta Griggs. I mean, a lot of people.
Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. So it just, I eventually, because we see even how Dame is reacting to this whole situation. He's responded to it and said the reason why is because you got snuffed out, things like that. When is the accountability going to come? When is the accountability going to take place? Because nobody said that he wasn't talented. Nobody said that he wasn't a genius. I think even Steve Stoute alluded to it. And nobody can take that away from Dame. But when is it going to be like, okay, like any drug addict or alcoholic, you can deny, but until you go, it'll never get fixed. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody that'll always be respected. Somebody that'll always, if you loyal to Dame and Dame was loyal to you, man, you'll never have a bad thing to say about him. But there's too many people with the same story about Dame that eventually you have to go, all right, what's up with Dame?
And it seems like people that do business with him.
Right.
Not like he's their boss or whatever. But when they try to do business and partner up with him, it seems as if Steve Stoute is saying that he has a particular way that he wants to do things. And if you don't think the same way, you're going to clash. Yeah. And something that's a problem. Like, it's no place for a partnership. It's no place really for ego in it. Now, sometimes you want to, if you got a strong stance, you stick to your stance. But sometimes you got to compromise things. Right. Just like any relationship, all right, you know what? Well, damn, maybe I did this wrong, or maybe I said this wrong, or maybe we're going the wrong way about this. So you got to be willing to adapt and adjust and learn. And I'm not going to say that Dame didn't do that, but the proof's in the pudding with the relationships. And that's what business ultimately is, just relationships. You build on relationships with people. You got relationships, whether it be vendors, your customers, your subscribers, your viewers. It's relationship. And if you are horrible and you suck with that, you're going to fail at a lot of different businesses because you don't give a damn. If you run in a car repair shop and you're supposed to open up at 9 o'clock and you open up at 9:45, and your customers is letting you know different things and they're there sitting for you waiting. Yeah. You don't give a damn about your customers. You don't give a damn. Your egos and it's my shop. They got to come here anyway. No, you need to listen to the concerns of the people. Yeah. And when he's talking about Roc-A-Fella, I think that I'm not gonna say that Jay-Z saw a ceiling, but I think Jay-Z seen, like, imagine if you was in business with a dude, right? Or even a relationship. Let's just talk business for now. And, it's $20,000 in an account. And this nigga's over there tricking the money off. You know what I mean? And, he done spent 15 of it. Right. When y'all could, it's like wild shit like that. He partying. It's supposed to be a meeting at 5 p.m. He ain't showed up to 6 o'clock. Like little shit like that can destroy your business and destroy a friendship and a relationship. Yep. Then you look at Jay-Z and people are going to say, oh, he had more backing behind him. No, Jay-Z earned his spot. He earned his way by hustling, right? He earned the backing that he got. Nobody just came and just gave Jay-Z, oh, we're going to back you, Jay-Z. No, he had to build it up through Roc-A-Fella and other business ventures. But look at Jay-Z, strong relationships with everybody except for Dame and DeHaven. Strong, Tata, Carlene, all them people that was around is still around. All them cats that was on his label is still relatively, making it right now. The Young Guns, Petey Crack, Freeway, Beanie Siegel, all can make a living off of that, even though they split.
Right.
Dame Dash owing his lawyers. You got to sell your catalogs, fighting. And the first thing you do is threaten this dude and talk about when you whooped his ass. Like you said, the accountability. Like, let's talk numbers. Let's talk business. Let's talk about, why things ain't working out. Forget threatening somebody and you can box and all that shit. This is childish, immature shit.
Yeah, man.
Right?
You got love for Dame, bro.
Got love. Yo, Dame was come on. Like, and I get it. Like, the independent thing. He talked about Currency and another rapper turn their back, and at the end of the day, they got deals. Not Kevin Hart, Currency.
No, I think he said something about Currency. It was another person he said.
I know. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was Kevin.
Okay, let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, it was somebody else that he said, got deals behind his back. I think it was the rapper, another rapper.
Let me look.
And they ended up regretting it. We all with the independent thing. We're independent.
Right.
We got an independent grind, an independent hustle. You found it?
Staley.
Okay, the new Staley. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times what happens in independency is like you get starved out. You get shaded out so much that you got to take a damn deal. Right. The money ain't coming in. But that's when you got to really like kind of go back, to your roots and say, all right, maybe I got to go do this. Maybe I got to go get a job now. Maybe I got to go do something else right now until I can stabilize the ship and get it back to where I want to get it. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes it might be better to take a deal, depending on we can't be scared of this whole deal thing. Yeah. And act like, you're gonna sell your soul every time. No, if you come in with the right, objectives and the right contract and say, all right, this is what I want to keep, and they agree to it, then you got a good deal.
I mean, look at Drake and the leverage he came in with.
Right.
And he didn't walk in and do it all independent. He needed a distributor and a huge backing. He did. Now he's one of the highest paid artists we've ever seen.
Right.
Ever seen, because he came in and understood his leverage. Too many people go in there and sign off a dream and sign off a talent and don't read the fine print on page 17, article 4-6. And you're like, oh, shit, this is where they get everything in perpetuity. And I didn't read that part. And now I'm screwed and I want to cry and complain about it.
Right.
It's business, even in a deal.
Business.
And your business, not too many people can fuck you over.
Right. So don't let people scare you from the end of saying that, you need to stay independent all the time. I think most times it's good, but sometimes it might be beneficial for you, your business, or your group to go get that deal, get that bag, get that money, you know what I'm saying, and, move on from there.
Don't go blow it on $100,000 chains and
right.
strip club and, you know what I mean, and blow it all and then blame it because it ain't there to recoup because you ain't look at your paperwork properly. Put it in the right direction. But, I mean, that's another story for another day. It's unfortunate that we got to have these conversations about Dame. Genuinely got love for him and got love for everybody in that Roc-A-Fella crew and wanted to see people succeed and ask the same questions that a lot of people continue to ask decades later about why they couldn't work it out. But
well, here's another point you're making. Sure. You're kind of making a point without making it.
Yeah.
You said put your money into what did Dame invest in? What did Jay-Z invest in? With those, with those monies. If you invested in all these failed projects, nutty movies, dead sneaker deals, whatever the case may be, I'm just, throwing stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z invested in Tidal, liquor company, different things like that. Uber. I know him and Beyonce invested in Uber. You know what I mean? So it's like, even us, we made a lot of money, but sometimes we didn't make the right investments. We was on this fucking stupid ass wave of motherfuckers. Oh, do the stock bullshit and do this and all that. And I'm not saying you can't make money from it, but you gotta, really have the money to put into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just another story, but yeah, I just wanted to add that in.
I got some dope ass NFTs if anybody want to buy them. If anybody need to grab
dead NFT is dead.
Man. Anybody want to buy some, let me know.
But Bitcoin, they say, is coming back. We'll see. Everybody's on that shit now.
Let it come back. Fuck them.
Yeah.